Wendy Sue Swanson, you have a great talk
Thank you.
on about your various roles as a mother, as a daughter, as a pediatrician. And you're in a sandwich. What kind of sandwich is that?
Well, I talked about the generational sandwich, which is, people like me who are caring for people who are younger than them, caring for people who are older than them, like their parents sometimes, and then, at last attempt, caring for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have the luxury to care for patients too, and that's what's really changing my goals and drive in what I do in healthcare.
Mm-hmm. You're a pediatrician. Can you do your job in the way you want to do it?
Well, not all in one place. I mean, I think that's the big problem, that making, communicating in the way that I feel patients deserve and need. That is, when I learn something, I want all my patients to know about it if it's important to them or relevant to them.
And it's not possible to teach them?
Well, it's not possible to do it all within an electronic medical record that we have now. And it's not possible as a patient that I am, and as a caregiver for my mom or a caregiver for my children, to reach and communicate with those doctors that we partner with to keep us all well and healthy, or prevent illness when we have it. And so right now, I'm learning so much from using platforms like Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram about where people are and how they're learning about healthcare, how they learn about decisions that they make in what drugs to use and what drugs not to use. And our job as doctors and as hospital systems is to really meet people where they are, communicate with them with the tools that they prefer, as opposed to right now the structure which we have, which is the tools that we prefer.
And is healthcare not ready for that? To communicate with these new tools?
I think healthcare is wary. I think there are concerns about privacy. I think there are concerns about time. And there are concerns about reimbursement. And my job in ways now is to really light the fire, to say that my work online is just as important, or perhaps more important, than my work in the office at times. I can reach thousands of people at once, all in an hour's time, rather than the 2 or 3 patients I can see in the same time in the exam space. And we've really got to move how we deliver care and include communication as the huge pivot and huge structure of what's relevant and important.
But can you skip the one-on-one contact?
No, of course not. We need doctors to listen to our hearts and to feel our bellies. And when we're concerned about the way that we are, we want someone to talk to us personally, privately. But I believe between the time that we have the luxury to see a caregiver or a doctor, we need a way to communicate that's more sustainable. In the US, healthcare is completely out of control from a financing standpoint. And what I'm learning with all these experiences of using these social tools is that these are great tools to save money. Instead of talking about car seats 15 times a day, I can make one YouTube video and I can send it to all of my patients when it's relevant to them. Or if I read about a new study that's relevant to the mothers of 6-month-olds, I could send that information to all the mothers in my practice who have a 6-month-old baby. We can be much more efficient if we leverage these incredible tools.
Okay. And that's the big idea worth spreading.
I believe so, yes.